It's his sacred cow. She's perfect. Don't dare talk about her. No. No.
Hello, sister friends. Welcome to Tuesday night. It's so good to see you. So glad to have you here. We are doing two episodes again tonight. So very quickly, we're going to jump right into it. I remember the second one that we're doing, which is going to be when they make the decision to go to Vegas. And then all the teenagers know about it, but the little kids don't know about it. And they decide to do a Christmas at that cabin where everybody's hacking away and coughing, and it's all like you see all the humidity dripping on the inside of the windows, and everyone's just coughing up a lung. Remember how gross that was? It was so gross. That's this episode. So they're not going to tell the little kids in this episode. But the one before, the polygamous party, I don't know. The wives plan a party together. I don't remember what it was for. Probably Cody. What am I saying? Of course it was Cody. All right, let me say hi to some people before we go ahead and jump on in. Is it working? Okay, good. I just realized Sunday night I sat here saying hello to everybody until I finally got to the part of the chat where everyone's like, we can't hear you. I can hear you. Turn your mic on. I can't hear you. I don't know why it wasn't on. It is automatically on today. I guess it automatically, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Lynn Skinner leaves a message at 12:29 p.m. today. Talk about chomping at the bit to be a moderator. She is moderator extraordinaire. Good evening. Please be nice to each other. Watch your language and no politics. So let's just have fun. Cheers. And I'm sure somewhere in this chat we will see Lynn also saying what the drinking words for the day are. Again, doesn't have to be alcoholic. We just drink whatever we have whenever we hear the drinking words, which is usually experience. That was a practice round for you all. All right, we see Kathy Ferran is here, Danny Towns, Kimberly Becksteed, hello, Wyoming, and number 12 hitting the like button. Also, let me know when you hit the like button what number it is. Tracy's Fractured History and more. Hi, Tracy. Who else is here? Anna Herb. Good to see you. She was number 18 hitting the like button. Okay, a lot of conversation going on. We have Knit My Bit chiming in from Michigan. Stacy G. Aunt Dee Dee, number 20. Thank you, Aunt Dee Dee, for hitting the like button. Karen Dillon, Stacy G. Here we go. We have a lot of conversation. It takes me a minute because everyone's talking back and forth, which I love. It's like listening to your kids chatting down in the kitchen when you're upstairs. I love it when you all are chatting with each other. You're all becoming sister friends are the best friends. I say it all the time. It's so true. Beach Affinity / eBay is here. And hello. Okay, a couple more and we'll get going. Mama Squirrel, Elizabeth Murphy. We saw Amy D. We saw Lynn, Mama Squirrel, Elizabeth Murphy. Everyone's talking back and forth. That's awesome. Danny. Oh, that's my shoe. There's a new name. SL Win. Hello. Good to see ya. Welcome. A couple more and we're going to get going, I promise. April. Barbara Thomas. Oh, I like that name. Barbara Thomas. Carly. Scarlett. Hello. Anonymous is here in the house again. Cindy Diller. Hello from Bowling Green. Hey. That's where my boy is right now. Yes, he is. Finishing up his final one project class and looking for a job. Thank you, Danny. I like it too. It's a little too short, but I got it just for live streaming because when I tried it on, I thought it was really cute. I'm like, it'll be good for streaming. Nobody will see how short it is. I'll wear it a few times and then see if my daughter wants it. And if not, back to Salvation Army we go. It's the constant recycle there of me buying cute things. Carly, hello. I think I said it already. Hello. Rin Smith, hey, your first live. Well, welcome. And thank you for hitting the like button on your first live. 28th person to do so. Love it. Jay Lou is here. Our Hawaiian from Maui originally. Jennifer W., Mama, otherwise known as Mama, is here. Deb R. Two more. I'm going. Lisa Carter and Nancy Abbott. There we go. And Athena, because it was just pulled up here, as well as Wanna Pizza Me was there too. And Black Swan Gothica. Okay. We're going to get going so this doesn't go too terribly long. And does anybody else remember? Okay, I know a lot of you are just chit-chatting here at the beginning. I'll get closer to the end. Let me know if any of you remember this episode called Polygamous Party. Maybe it'll come back to us as we start listening to it. All right, we're going to start right at the start, right after the previews and last week stuff. It's right where the episode begins. And we're going to go a significant amount. We're going to go all the way until the final break, unless I freak out and I have to stop it. I'll try to just like throw in a comment here and there, and so that you can continue to hear the show. But if I feel like, oh no, I need to say more, then I'll hit pause and let you know. And try to remember to tell you where I am, timestamp wise, when we get going again. All right, here we go. We're going to start. Not bad, under 10 minutes. I'm doing good. Doing good. Okay, Polygamous Party and go.
We're having a dinner party for a bunch of our friends who are not polygamists.
We used to have this barrier between us and some of our friends at work who would never have interfaced with us as a family because of this polygamy secrecy barrier. But now it's really cool because it's very open now that we're public.
I thought they did this in Vegas.
Before planning this party, Cody's going to be taking me to the doctor. I've got some medical concerns I need to get checked out. Because of my family history with colon cancer, I've decided to see a gastroenterologist. My sister, Teresa, was diagnosed with colon cancer almost 6 years ago, and she was 31, and then she lost her battle with the colon cancer 11 months later. She was at a stage 4 cancer when they diagnosed her. I remember just 2 days before she passed away even, she was like, no, I'm going to beat this. I don't want to leave my kids. You know, she had 4 little kids and she just didn't want to leave them. She was a second wife in a polygamous family. Her sister wife said that she was going to take care of the kids and raise the kids. The youngest one was 4 years old. It's a big job she's taken on, but she loves those kids and they love her.
Mary's sister looks nothing like Mary. I wonder if it was sister by another mother.
There is an unspoken rule about this subject. If something were to happen to one of us, I would take another wife's children and raise them. It's a given to me that I would take them. They're my kids too.
Never acted like
in a society that doesn't have a family structure like ours does. If both parents are not there anymore, they go to a sister or a grandma. I guess that's one of the built-in things for us is that we have other mothers in the family who would step in and take those children.
For me, with my kids, if something were to happen to me, it'd get a little bit more complicated because they have a biological father besides Janelle, Christine, Mary, and Cody and I. And so it would get it's a little bit different situation for me, unfortunately. So,
Well, that's making me very sad.
you know,
I would totally
So
fight
you
for
guys are
them.
talking to me, I'm like,
I would totally fight for them. Are you kidding me? You're just teasing them.
To watch me.
You just love those girls.
Yeah, to watch me.
I've recently been working with a cancer research organization, and having had a sibling die from colon cancer raises my risk significantly. There could be a serious issue, and I have no idea. Until it's progressed enough, colon cancer is not something that you have many symptoms of. There.
Hello, down under.
Hello.
There is
Yes.
nobody in this office.
Mary Brown.
Oh,
So today we're just consulting with the doctor. I don't know exactly what this visit is going to entail.
that's probably how they got the cameras
So we'll
in there.
see. I don't know.
They agreed to do this before the office was open.
I try to be optimistic.
It
So
looks
I've
like it's
tried
the middle
to
of the night.
Just think I'm okay, nothing's wrong. But there's always that chance. You have no idea. My sister would have had no idea.
Hello, guys. Good
She
morning.
says idea.
How are you doing
The right
today?
Mary
Mary
Brown, yes.
Umakarnam. I'm a
Me too.
gastroenterologist. Nice to meet you, sir. I understand that you're here because you have a family history of colon cancer, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, my sister was diagnosed with colon cancer when she was 31.
Do you have any
Thank you,
symptoms,
Shanna
Ms.
Banana.
Brown? Do you have any stomach pain? Any alteration in bowel habits? No. Given that you had a sister pass away at a very young age from colon cancer, it puts you at a much higher risk of colon cancer. The best screening procedure for you that I can offer is the screening colonoscopy. With the colonoscopy, we pass a small camera probe into your colon. If we find any polyps, we'll remove them. If you find a cancer, then we will think of doing chemotherapy and such.
Once I realized how much greater my risk was, it just kind of brought a little bit more realism into my world. Thanks.
We have some monogamous couples coming over.
Hey, what's the plan?
We wanted to
All right, this is just what's coming up. Joni C., I don't know anything about a Thursday evening. We're back.
Even though I've got this colonoscopy scheduled, life still goes on as normal, and we've got our dinner party planned with our non-polygamous friends.
They're friends that have known each of us for a long time. Each of us decided to invite a few.
I don't know why you didn't leave her with
I
Mariah.
know, okay, I know. If you just got this cute new outfit.
She's probably going to be mad at you.
They're not in our faith. They're monogamous, so they're not married at all.
What's the plan?
Most of them knew us before we decided to tell them that we had a polygamous background.
we wanted to have a friendship appreciation dinner. Just thank them for being our friends in spite of the fact that we're pariah.
She fell off my bed. Shut up! She fell off my bed.
This would be great for people to be able to lounge around. So if we found a great place for this,
Before I
She just said
became
truly
public
fell
with
off
my
the
lifestyle,
bed.
I really did keep people at a distance, be friends far away from my house.
as a child growing up, I didn't ever talk about or share with anybody what I believed in.
My dad's dad was put in jail for being a polygamist, and so we had to be so quiet.
I would like to see 3 tables lined up this way, all touching.
How are they touching?
Like we touch, like this. Look, we're a table.
All right,
It's
so
hard
this
to know
is
who to talk to, who you felt safe with.
everybody but
You
Janelle.
always wanted to
and
test
Cody.
the person to find out if they're safe with it. And we lived this way for 20 years.
Like a table like this?
Oh, like this.
Mary, Robin,
I
and
didn't want to be
Christine.
labeled because if they know that you're a polygamist, they don't see you. They don't know you.
With people all the way around us?
People sit around it like that.
When the kids were all younger, they were so nervous about it. There was a kid that was picking on McKelty one time, and Logan went and told him, "Hey, leave my sister alone." And he realized what he'd done.
And Logan is my son and McKelty is Christine's daughter.
In Logan's mind, when he told this kid that McKelty was his sister, he thought that this kid would jump to the conclusion that we were a polygamist family. And that scared Logan.
Our kids knew what everybody believed of families like ours. The women without a voice, the underage, all the things that everybody thinks of when they think about people in our lifestyle.
We were much more subdued because each one of us have had experiences where we've had 100% full rejection because we are different. People don't like what they don't understand.
On Fisher.
That's true, but everybody experiences rejection
Can we
in
just call
life.
you if we need
so-
something? Because of now, we're just still planning the menu.
Okay, all right.
Sounds good.
All right.
See ya, thanks.
Love you too. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Did you guys all say you?
Oh, love you, love you.
Sorry. Thank you. Gosh.
He said, "I love you," and I said, "I love you," and they didn't say
I
I,
didn't
love
hear
you. I
him
didn't hear him
say
say I
it.
love you, and I say, "You gotta say if he loves you back," because he just said, "I love you," and I'm sure that was a group
I love you. I'm sure it was.
I just didn't hear it.
A lot of women, I think their first response to us is like, oh, how can you do that? You must have no self-esteem. You're letting your husband, you know, in their brains cheat on you.
Hey, it's some of our good boys. Should we whistle? Let's whistle. I dare you.
Can't whistle. When you get past that, you see that, yeah, we have a different way that we do things, but it really is all about the girl turn. If a woman decides to let down her guard and really embrace who we are, she's going to find it's a girl party.
And all girls love girl parties.
Yeah.
We can have a lot of fun no matter where we go, even if it is just the grocery
Were you guys
store.
loud?
A little bit.
I'm listening to them talk about the grocery store, and that's why I don't go to the grocery store, why I conveniently work a lot. Because it's like they are embarrassing to be with. So this is true. This happens all the time.
Janelle. Now, Janelle is the shy one, not Robin. It's 5 a.m., day of colonoscopy. And Cody is running around to find Mary.
You hungry?
Yes. Today, I get to go get a colonoscopy. Yay!
5 in the morning. Clearly, they're going before the office
My
opens.
sister
Nobody
Teresa
has
was
colonoscopies
diagnosed
that
with
early.
colon cancer almost 6 years ago. When she was diagnosed, they told her all her siblings should get screened as well. And it's something I've put off for years, but I've always had it in the back of my mind. No.
I was upset with Mary. I told her for years
6
she needed to go get
years?
a colonoscopy.
I was frustrated with her too because Teresa's could have been caught early
Mm-hmm.
and she would potentially still be with us if it had been. The doctor recommended that Teresa's family get checked because it was so rare. He felt like there was a good chance that there would be a genetic link.
Mhm.
Even with all of that knowledge, Mary just didn't get it looked at. This is something that you just can't take lightly. It was horribly devastating.
Just don't know what's going to happen in a situation like this.
This afternoon it does tickle.
Cody's tryst is going to come up in the next video that I do. I might split it into 2. We'll see. It's getting long. All right.
Because there is a family history of colon cancer, I need to get a colonoscopy to check for colon polyps or, heaven forbid, tumors. Since my sister was diagnosed with colon cancer, 4 of my siblings have had colonoscopies, and they have all had colon polyps, and that's
And
a
she
pretty
hasn't
high
gone?
number. Colon
That's
polyps
crazy.
don't always turn into cancer, but
Right.
that's usually where the colon cancer comes from. So the fact that the colon polyps even exist boosts your risk of having colon cancer.
When Teresa, Mary's sister, passed, it was tragic. To potentially have your wife pass that way is a scary thing.
If there are polyps, they will remove them and then they will send them to be biopsied. If they are malignant, depending on the size and the stage that they're at, start treatment. It's us.
I have to say,
Should I follow you around?
Yes.
Sit on the end of this
they're
bed
searching
here
for
and take
content
your
back
butt-
then
just
because
take your
a lot of
jacket off.
information
You
about
don't have
what
any
if
allergies,
possibly.
I got
It's all
down
stuff that
into
didn't
the area
happen.
we're going to be doing the colonoscopy, and I'm sitting there on the bed. I'm starting to get nervous. You just don't know what's going to happen in a situation like this.
We'll let you know if you get to come in the room or not.
All right. Mary and I never really discussed what would happen if she had cancer.
It really is just a situation of I don't know, and I don't want to admit that there might be a problem.
And oxygen on you because you get to breathe so shallow.
You will not be in any pain. We'll give you enough sedation. Okay?
This oxygen, it does tickle.
When I had my colonoscopy, I told her I want to be out. She's like, "You'll be in the twilight." I go, "No." I don't want to know anything from beginning to end. I want to go to sleep and then wake up and then you tell me the results. She listened to me. She's very kind.
First thing that happens when you go into that room is you see her there. You just want to make sure she's okay.
Things are going very well. Mary is doing very well. So she's sleeping well and she's comfortable. Okay.
She looks like she's out of it.
Polyp. You see that small growth over there? That is what the polyp is. So we'll remove the polyp right now. Okay.
I would not want a camera.
And that is how it looks after the polyp is
Even
removed.
I don't even know if I'd want my
Polyp to the
husband in there.
pathologist. No, it's like a small polyp there.
There's a polyp. Okay.
All this is up my bum. Isn't that funny? Had 3 kids. What's my problem? I don't know.
And that comes
3
with
kids with 100
examination.
people in the room, you know.
We found
Everyone
two
and their
small
brother
polyps,
ends up
and we were
showing
able
up,
to
and you're like,
remove
I
both
don't
of
care.
them. I'm going to send it to the lab today, and we should be getting a result in the next couple of days.
How are you feeling now? Are you just groggy?
Hello. How you doing, Mary? Are you feeling better now? We were able to take a good look.
They really
all
put,
over
they
your
did put
colon,
her to sleep.
and you did very well.
She was out.
It's going to be a couple of days before we hear whether or not the polyps are cancerous. I'm a little bit nervous about it. This dinner party has helped me get my mind off of it.
We wanted to have a friendship appreciation dinner. We got all these non-polygamous friends that we want to actually have over for dinner.
Yes, but want a pizza me. My husband said he was in Twilight, and I'm like, do you remember anything? He's like, every now and then I'd kind of like see something. I'm like, did it hurt? And he's like, no. Occasionally it was a little uncomfortable, but then it was fine. I'm like, no. Mm-mm.
There he was hacking away with the
Same
shovel.
doctor I told her. I'm out.
one of the children do this?
I was probably already on the defensive because I thought that he was just getting after me.
Cooking is a very social event for women. And if you have everybody in the kitchen, it can be a lot of fun. I live separately from everybody else. I don't live at the big house. And so they're all over there kind of having a good time together, and sometimes I feel lonely.
Sometimes we're not having a good time together. Sometimes we're all separate too.
Well, I just assume they're always having a good time.
I've decided that we have to do this for Thanksgiving. This is fun. It's called ambrosia. Come here, Robin.
Oh, I do like ambrosia.
I'm not doing it. I can't.
Okay. I'm just. I'll
Not
barf.
doing what?
Ambrosia.
Yeah, but ambrosia, you can't make it and serve it the same day. It has to sit overnight in the refrigerator for the.
When Cody's not around, the flow goes better. It gets kind of tense.
She
when he's around,
actually
'cause
is
we're more careful
at
about
the
not hurting each
oven
other's feelings and not stepping on each other's toes
cooking.
and not showing him too much affection. You know, you can get jealousy. He's maybe giving someone more attention than the rest.
Cody, what do you think? 3 separate tables or 1 big table? I don't like 3, but Robin does.
Robin
Aaron and I have a
defending
really
the
great
fact they
relationship.
don't
Christine and I
show
have a great
affection.
relationship. It's like best buddies. Cody comes in, it no longer is Mary and I just focused on each other. It's like all of a sudden we're both focused on him.
Only 2 will work.
I still think we should try. You know, I can get jealous for sure. He and I are close and we love each other, but then I know he loves Christine and Mary and Janelle too. There's days when I can tell that he's been talking to them or that he feels a closeness with them, and I have to be really secure with myself and with he and I for that not to bug me sometimes and feel insecure.
The colon polyps could either be cancerous.
Okay, interesting. Did she just say because we don't want other people to be jealous? Which one is this? This is, oh, we're at the commercial. I don't know. This is episode, let's see, 6, I think. Episode 6. Robin defends not showing affection. Interesting. As I'm doing a video on Cody's hypocrisy for this week, which may be divided up, as I said before, into 2 videos. Because I was covering 2 topics where he was a hypocrite. I feel like they're getting too long. So I might just get one out sooner and split it up. We'll see. All right. Oh, it's Brandy's birthday. Happy birthday, Brandy. Love that. Oh, and Vanessa, how sweet of you. Vanessa gifted 10 memberships. So if you are in the live and chatting in the live. You have to be participating in the live and in the chat to be gifted the membership, and then YouTube automatically gifts it. So they decide who gets it. And it's for 1 month. And I believe it's at the mid-level tier that they give. So thank you very much, Vanessa. Huh, ironic. Colonoscopy coming up. You have to be in twilight because you have to move around. Oh, I didn't move around. I was out the whole time. I remember nothing. Nothing. I didn't move either. They didn't. I don't think they asked me a question. They said I was out. I remember kind of waking up a little bit at the very end. I could see the screen and I'm like, are we in the middle of it? And they were taking everything out. Yeah. So made it to the end without. Okay. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Hold on. I got to back up a second. My bad. Okay. This looks like it's the beginning. So we are at the polygamous party. This is so interesting. Isn't it funny how your memory plays tricks on you and you remember things differently? But also, I have to jump around a lot to find different clips from different scenes that I remember. And so I'm constantly, I'm using the word appropriately. Every time I'm making a video, going back and spending time and trying to find things. And as I'm doing that, I think it has given me a very distorted view of a timeline. So I'm appreciating going through these because it's helping me kind of put things in a linear fashion. All right. I found that very interesting, though. Real interesting. The hypocrisy of Robin Brown. Okay. All right. Scarlett, I'm dying. I'll be honest, my husband came out of his all drugged up and smiling and holding one of the nurse's hands. And like he'd been to a party and gave him something better than me. I knew my husband when he was in the kind of recovery area. Because it wasn't done like in a hospital. We were in like a medical center where you go for normal checkups and everything, where kids' pediatricians were on one floor. This was like another floor. So it was just a small little area that I went into. I wasn't even rolled into the room. I went into the room to begin with and got on the table, and that's where it was. But I woke up in a different room. When he woke up in that other room and I was there, he kept telling about how great the doctor was. She was really pretty too. Our doctor. Gastroenterologist. He kept saying, she's such a great job. She's so good. This doctor's so good. She's such a great job. I'm like, okay, all right, lay off. Oh, goodness. But I'm surprised that she said she's having this early. How old do you think she was at about this time? Maybe she's not 40 yet. I was thinking she was in her 40s because I felt like I was. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe it was 50. I don't remember now. Okay. Right. Well, see, you know what? But that jealousy fuels her. She loves to feel that jealousy because it's part of the competition. Makes her work harder. Make her man her best customer. Evelyn, you were number 8 hitting the like button. Look at you here early. Okay. Okay, Brandy, right now we are going back in time. We are in season 2, episode 6. We're doing episode 6 and 7 today. Kind of reviewing, doing a catch up, doing 2 episodes at a time so this doesn't last. I think somebody wrote to me and said that they figured out it was going to take us 4 years or something like that to get through. And I'm like, yeah, no, we're going to do 2 episodes here on 4th. And I might start in terms of, I don't know what people were talking about with Thursday night. Nothing's going on Thursday night. I've got a meeting on Thursday night, so definitely not doing anything Thursday night. But, however, I do believe my book written by that biographer who writes all the juicy, but validated. He doesn't write anything he doesn't have a source for, firsthand source from the horse's mouth. He's written a lot of juicy biographies on people from Britain, London, I think, probably just the UK in general. And I believe the book came today. I haven't had a chance to get through the mail, but it looks like the book came today, which means, oh gosh, we could start it tomorrow. It would be on the other channel though. So the link to my other channel is in the description down below. Sometimes you have to hit the little word that says more. You always have to hit the little word that says more because there's a lot of stuff in there and they only show a little preview. And you can click on that to get to it. It's called Reality TV Breakdown. And I did a Meghan Markle video there. And I've been meaning to do another one on her birth certificate, but I haven't gotten around to it. But boy, more and more evidence keeps coming out to back up what I was putting out there, which is, gosh, it sure looks like this woman was never actually pregnant. And now when I do the birth certificate video, it's going to make it look like she may not be a biological mother to Archie. I don't know. That's hypothetical right now. All I'm going to do is what I did in the last video, and that's just kind of report the facts as I see them, like facts in terms of she took her belly and was doing this. And then the one video I couldn't find at the time, but I found afterwards is her bending over and it kind of folding. But the one time we heard like a pop and it like all of a sudden come out. I mean, you just put all this together, and the one time she was supposed to have 4 events during the day, and starting with the first, then the second, then the third, her stomach was smaller. She almost didn't look pregnant by the 3rd one. And she didn't, her and Harry didn't go to the 4th appointment that day. So, I mean, come on, something's up. I just think it's amazing because it's a royal family. So it's so significant if you were to lie about that. And like, I mean, Harry would have had to have been in on the lie too. Oh my gosh. And did anyone in the royal family know? Somebody's implying that the Queen found out later on and was really upset about it, but didn't say anything, obviously, because she's like, ah. I don't know. And it just affects their whole, I was going to say lineage, but I mean, I guess it is a lineage, but really it's the order of the crown and whether you're part of the family or not. Are you in the firm or are you out of the firm? See, I don't know a whole lot about it because I'm over here in America. To me, it's all fascinating. I love it all. It's all very interesting. Don't follow it a whole bunch, but this story keeps popping up in my feed. So that's why I was following this. But yeah, I watched Meghan Markle get married. I watched Princess Diana get married, of course. And of course, I watched William and Catherine get married. It's wonderful because here in America, see, we're not paying for any of that. So we can really enjoy it. I would imagine if your taxes are going to this, there's got to be a part of you that goes, you know, royalty's out of date. But from my perspective, it's fascinating. Okay, here we go. Let me catch up on this, and then we're going to get back to the very last segment of the show. We have DJ Tag in the house. Hi, DJ Tag. Good to see you again. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Michelle Page is here as well, and you sent a super chat as well. Thank you, Michelle Page. Appreciate it. And she gifted a membership as well. So another gifted membership. Fantastic. All right, I'm going to try to hit the stars. I hope it stars them in the actual chat. I don't know what that means, but okay. All right. Da, 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 da. Okay. Look at you guys just chatting away to each other. I just love it. Okay. When Cody says he saw his life before his eyes, he literally, Kathy said, he saw the Grim Reaper. Kid you not. And that little clip from the video that I did on it goes into the video that I am making. I just made a recording of the clip I had already saved on a hard drive from last season. I have access to it, but it was going to be too big a deal and it was on a different floor and all that. So I just took my camera and took a picture of myself doing the video and then inserted it into this video. But I was quickly watching the little montage I did. I'm like, I don't think the Grim Reaper line was in there. That was an opportunity missed. Although I'm not done with the video, I could still probably find the Grim Reaper video and insert it. I could do that. All right. So, I mean, that is the gift that keeps on giving. Absolutely keeps on giving. All right. Okay. Yes, he was in the fetal position on the floor. Oh, and he was the one that was supposed to be taking care of the family. Yeah, because Robin was sick and he was in the fetal position on the floor. I'm like, well, because he had a 99.8 degree temperature. So good. It was so good. Yep, that falls under. Actually, that video I did was called Hypocrisy of Cody. That it was about how kind of demanding and almost mean he was to Robin during her birth. And he's like, stop holding your breath. Stop. He was getting all upset with her. And I'm like, you know, he's such a wuss. He has never shown that he can tolerate any level of pain or anything. And then I thought, you know, come to think of it, COVID's the only example we have of this man being in any level of pain, which is not even really pain. And he handled it like a baby. So anyway, this hypocrisy is a different storyline, but it kind of relates. So I might end up just like renaming that one hypocrisy number 1. And then this could be hypocrisy number 2 and hypocrisy number 3. Because, I mean, really, this could be a chain that could go on forever. All right, back to the show. Last segment. Here we go. Oop, turn the volume on, Jenny. Cody is opening the door to his friends.
Hi! We have to actually keep her out of the car seat.
She's teeny. Oh my
She's itty bitty bitty.
God. So bad.
Everybody's just hugging people.
I finally came to the conclusion that I needed to be public from this one scripture that Jesus says, put your light on a candlestick, not under a bushel. Stop hiding who you are. Be what you are.
I have absolutely loved being open with who my family is and all the people in my family and what they all mean to me.
It's a friendship appreciation dinner.
So I'd never told anybody until we went public. And the day that we went public, there was tons of gossip going on and people running back and forth to everybody's cubicle and staring at me. And there was a lot of people who had a little bit different relationships themselves or different family structures who approached me, and it was almost a camaraderie.
We hurried into the elevator, and as soon as the door shut, he was like, Janelle's a sister wife. And I sent her a little message, and I was like, I know what's going on, and I'm so excited. It's so cool. Smiley face, smiley face.
Daniel was my boss. I was his token polygamous friend. And it seems like anytime that he can introduce me as a plyg, he did. It was fantastic.
And we started talking. And I look at Cody and I say, so how many wives do you really have?
And he'd always go, and then there's Christine, and she is a polygamist.
This is my best buddy from middle school. We've known each other for about 20 years.
I had no idea that they were polygamous.
Because Robin doesn't have any current
The
friends.
end of 7th grade. We'd been friends all year. She told me she was a polygamist, and I started crying.
I felt so bad when she was crying because I felt like I had lied to her, and I was so tired of lying to her.
She found a
Made it
friend
stronger
from
because
7th
I was
grade
the only person
who was
who
willing to
knew.
be on the
She
show.
loved me enough to share this secret with me that she wouldn't share with anybody.
These are families that are just like the rest of America. It's our diversity.
Guys, I just want to do a toast to friendship. So, to friends.
Now they are back at
The
the.
colon polyps could either be cancerous or non-cancerous.
They have to drive at 5 in the morning to find out the
If they're
results.
cancerous,
This is for
then
the
there's
show.
some real concern.
The fact that the colon polyps
They're
even
very kind.
exist
3
boosts your
times
risk of
getting there
having
that early.
colon cancer.
I'll make your jacket on because I want to get your blood pressure.
I just had no idea what to think. I was nervous, hoping that everything was going to be fine.
Did anybody go for a consult before their colonoscopy? I just scheduled it and went.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New
They
Year
sent a
to
bunch
you.
of videos to
Well,
watch
Mary and
and
Cody, I
stuff
got
to
some
read.
very good news for you.
Good news.
The polyp that we removed did not have any cancer in it. It was a kind of polyp which, if not removed, might have gone on to become a cancer.
Okay.
Oh,
But
really?
the good news is we got it out, and we got it out
Makes me
completely.
sad for her
What a
sister.
breath of fresh air. Oh my goodness. Because immediately he says, Cody and Mary, everything's okay.
I think we can wait for the next 3 years before we do another colonoscopy on her.
Yeah, it just made me realize how fragile life can be.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much. I think it's good
I
news.
think it's
and
good
we
news. I appreciate it.
I should appreciate all of our time together.
I should appreciate all our time together.
Well, I do.
That's so funny. Cody says, I should appreciate all our time together. And Mary's like, I do. He's basically like, I don't appreciate time with you. Oh, I love it when he actually doesn't have a filter. It's the best. As one man who thinks about himself before all other things, for sure. Oh, Michelle Page, I didn't realize that you lived in the UK. Good to know. Good to know. Do tell, what is your feelings on the royal family? Do generally people love them over there? Or are they upset with having to fund it? Or is it both? I could see being both if I were there. Thank you, Katie B. I do notice it keeps going between my boobs. Oh, well. What can you do? Okay. Talking about Cody, he cried more about missing Brianna than Garrison passing away. I don't even remember him crying about missing Brianna. When did he cry about missing Brianna? Tell me what the situation was. Was it when they started, because she's still at home. Was it when she went to visit her dad for a week? Did he cry? I could see him crying over that. But yeah, we didn't see tears at all for the whole Garrison thing. Now, he said that he had a meltdown the day he found out, which I would assume. He also admitted he didn't until Gwendolyn got there, and Gwendolyn was a mess. But see, now, then it doesn't count. Oh, I shouldn't say it doesn't count, but I can cry. If somebody's in the room crying over somebody else who's passed away, I'll start crying. I don't even have to know who that person is or the person they're crying about. So when you're around people who are crying, it's just very easy to cry. And especially if you have a child who is crying, then I wonder if he really ever shed tears over Garrison. That's a good question. Oh, totally, Lynn. Robin and Cody are the Harry and Meghan of Sister Wives. That's probably also why I'm getting fascinated by this story, besides the fact that the algorithm, I think because I watch so much Sister Wives stuff, it's convinced that I'd be fascinated now with this Harry and Meghan stuff. So I'm like, oh, I guess I kind of am. All right. Yes, Joni. He did. He had COVID. And he called Janelle on vacation to come home. To do what makes no sense. Because she couldn't see him. He had COVID. She couldn't do anything for him. She couldn't cook for him. She couldn't clean. There was Robin. Yes, I know they were both sick. But between the two of them and the fact that they had able, but oh, was he crying over Brianna being sick? Maybe that's what he was crying over, that she got COVID. But I don't think Brianna got COVID that bad. And did either of the little ones get it? I want to say one of them did, but they didn't really get it that bad, because kids don't really get it that bad. But that was the whole reason. That was his justification for keeping the entire family apart for a year and a half. The little ones might get it. Yeah. Boy. He says, yes, Brandy, well said. The ongoing hypocrisy. Like every episode, there's another real situation. Like I'm making these videos just because it's so big and blatant, these situations, that, or it was something that struck me. And it was, I think I was just getting angry when I was watching him being mad at Robin for holding her breath during a contraction. And, I mean, I understand where it came from, but he didn't do it well at all. And he seemed like to be frustrated with her during this birthing process. Like she wasn't doing it right. And he had such an air in his of arrogance in his interviews about, well, I've done this so many times. I've been there before. And we've had these home births, essentially implying I'm Dr. Cody. And we do bring in a midwife just in case we might need her. In case something goes wrong. But other than that, yes. All right. I don't know who Harry Mountbatten is. I know the other Mountbatten, the one that passed away. It seemed like that Mountbatten was kind of maybe possibly murdered. Wasn't it something like there was an explosion at one of their, I don't know, I'm trying to remember now. My history is very fuzzy. Even my American history is fuzzy. But he's bald. He must have said something about William. Well, that's too bad. William's, I've always thought William is the hot one of the two. I always did. Even when they were like little boys, I'm like, that little William, he's going to grow up to be a hottie. And to each their own. But I still think that he's got an edge over his brother. And they're both going bald. Yeah. I mean, William could just shave off the little bits off the side. I feel like it makes him look older. Just get rid of all of it. Just go bald. All right. Danny. Hi, Danny. Isn't it so weird that Robin had no one? They're all bringing the people, the friends, the colleagues and friends in their lives who they didn't tell, really would be colleagues, because, anyone that they were close with would have been in their faith. So they would have known about their lifestyle. I don't think they ever really allowed themselves to get close to people outside of their faith because of the fear of slipping up. So it really was coworkers, and you can get very close with your coworkers to essentially become like friends, become some of your closest friends, just based on, they're almost like family. Like you don't get to pick them, but you spend a lot of time with them. So you become close to them, for better or for worse. So it's like they're picking the ones that they like the most and bringing them here. Well, Robin didn't work. So it's like, oh, okay, we'll pick a friend. Couldn't work out either. So we went back to 7th grade and we're willing to find somebody. Remember when we were 12 and I told you I was a polygamist? Ugh. There you go. Hypocrisy, the trilogy of Cody. Oh, it's going to go beyond trilogy. It's going to be like a 19-volume playlist on my channel. All right, so that was the end of that episode. Now we are going to go to the episode where they decide to move. Now, we saw last week how they all went to Vegas. They didn't say a peep about moving to Vegas, but it was all a scouting trip and whatnot. It's all still part of the Cloak of Charity, the beginning of this whole Sister Wives universe. But now suddenly we are going to move to Vegas. I still think if they would have moved to Montana or Wyoming, where's the ranch? I always forget. I know Robin's from Montana. So maybe he's from Wyoming because I feel like they weren't from the same state. So I'm guessing the ranch is in Wyoming. If they would have gone back there, there would have been family. Cody would have had family there. The ranch would have been there. All the cousins would be there because of Cody's siblings are still kind of in the area. The one brother that has now taken over the ranch since his father, Wynn, passed away. But he was working on it the whole time. Like, there's family there, and it was familiar, and they lived there for many years before they moved to Utah. It made no sense for them to go down to Vegas, none. And really made no sense to go to Flagstaff, Arizona. There was absolutely nothing besides possibly Dayton getting into that school. I don't know. I don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg on that situation, but he had to appear, according to Gwen, he had also applied to multiple schools in Vegas, and he got into everything he applied to. So that's what makes me think, well, he didn't have to move there. Although I've gotten the impression that he was just brilliant. You know, he's getting all these degrees and everything. But I just saw in an episode that I was watching today, and who knows what episode it was or what season it was in, but it was early on, and Robin was saying what a great kid he is and how hard he works and how involved he's in clubs and he gets such good grades, you know, which we knew he was smart. And she goes, he almost got all A's. Like it was this has never happened before. He's never done this well on a report card that he's almost gotten all A's. So I'm like, well, wait a minute now, because he's just a kid. You know, this is the time where a lot of kids get almost all A's because it's, you know, well, I think he was 13 at the time in this episode. It's still middle school. I don't know. I don't want to say all kids get almost all A's, but you know what I'm saying? For like, I just thought he was brilliant, like savant level brilliant. And no, she was happy that this was the height of his academic performance and it was almost all A's. So he's always had a few or more B's, which is fine too, but it just doesn't match up with the picture that I had. Am I the only one? Am I the only one who thought this? I don't know. For some reason, I felt like he was just like on a whole nother level of, I'm really smart. All right, I'm going to have to put the fan on in here to get through this next episode. So please ignore the fact that I'm wearing my pajama Sophie shorts, which maybe on the screen will look like they match this, but they don't because they're pink and this shirt is peach. But I'm probably going to have to pull I just want to turn off the light. Okay. All right. Wendy's Front Yard. Season 2 in the colonoscopy is a major storyline. We should have been suspicious then. So true. Especially because there's so much conjecture and hypothetical talk in this. Like, well, this was what could happen and this might happen. And if this happens, then this will happen. And, you know, we were spending a lot of time talking about the possibilities that never came to fruition. Praise God. But was there nothing else they could think to cover with this family in season 2? It got good when Cody just started bearing his soul and letting down his walls and releasing the cloak of charity. That's when the season got really good, at the very end. Okay, here we go. So close out that one. We are done with that. Everything is fine. Yay. I am shocked, though, that her sister had that and that she did not go and get it checked out. Maybe because they had to pay for it and she didn't have insurance. So Cody was like, well, if you feel like you have to, you can take it out of your food money. She's like, well, I don't really want, who wants to have a colonoscopy? Well, I would. If I had a sister who died in her early 30s from it, I would take my food money and go get a colonoscopy. But somehow that didn't happen here. All right, my alarm's going to go off shortly. So I'm going to flip the banners right now. We're going to change it to our big supporters and our keep the lights on level people. And before I get going, so I don't have to stop, I'm also going to tell you who are our big supporters and our SOS exclusive level. Because, oops, I always open my investing thing instead of live stream. They look very similar on the words are very similar. That is one of the benefits of being at those levels. It's a shout out when I do my live stream. So once it opens, let me look at the chat while we're at it. There you go. He was preparing for Robin to give him a home colonoscopy. I bet he would enjoy that. It comes up in my video too. I have a little wink. Maybe it's a little bit more than a wink. Like in hindsight, I'm like, maybe I went too far. I don't know. Jennifer, thank you for hitting the like button. Number 111. Appreciate you. Allison, I'm a Brit living over in the USA. Oh, welcome to the USA. Is this home for you now? If so, welcome home. Most people love the royals and feel that they bring more money to the country than it costs us. Yeah, it's a really good point. Never thought of it that way. Thank you for setting me straight. I always thought, I could see how people would be bitter. But you're right. The amount of tourism that comes over there, that has to be a huge boost to the economy. So yes. We don't have anything like that here. Nothing close in Washington, D.C. Boring. All right. Crying dry tears. He was a total wuss. He is a total wuss. I think wuss is the exact word I used to describe him when I was making my video too. I think Aurora was the only one. No, there was one other one who didn't get it because Cody wanted Christine to get tested when she was bringing Truly over. And I don't think it was Aurora. I think it was either Solomon or Ari that he said hasn't had it yet. Because she's like, really? You want us to test? Like, I mean, everybody's had it. And he's like, well, and it was either Saul or Ari didn't. This was at the conversation that they had at Salsa Brava after she had left, but she was coming back to work out sort of custody visitation situations with Truly, when she was all happy and he was all bitter. That was good TV too. All right, so our SOS exclusive supporters on this channel are Christine Werhope, Michelle Page, Joni C615, Joni C. See, I have, again, let me change that. I have, instead of a comma, I have an M. Oh, I'm going to fix it. So I noticed it last time. Okay. Lean, Lisa Gasca, Libby Scher, Emma Taylor, Brittany K, Living an Eclectic Life, Anonymous, Sharon, Cindy Gregory, Laura McWilliams, Dee Dee Steamfrog 99, Julie Hornberger, J. Lou, Jennifer Harmon, Lady Stark 277, Carol Annie D, Holly Jones, Marie Lingham, Evie, Steph Stevens, Stacy G, Karen Perk, Vanessa, Shotzi Peace, Tammy G, Marcia Cooper, Diane Almeida, Farron Allman, Kendra MP, That's My Shoe, Amy D, I'm Your Huckleberry, Libby Scher, Lizzie B, G Kitty 52, Lisa, Soshitella Mario, Tracy's Fractured History and More, Alexandria Swan, Shanna Banana, Rain Lady, Cheryl Smith, Sarah Lewis, Marie Crab, Waldo's Mom, Lisa F, Danny Towns, Ms. Lita, Ladybird's Mom, Donna Redmond, Jessica Denham, Kaylin and Alyssa 1704, And also a shout out to our big supporters who are April S., Little Miss, Alwyn the Mini Chef, Barbara D-Jack, Meredith Andrews, Mary, Liz S., Leslie Reddick, J Shanty 3, Linda W., Carla Colson, Aaliyah, Crafty Florida Lady, Shaniqua Smith, Lynn Skinner, and Knit My Bit. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. And a huge shout out as well to all my Keep the Lights On level supporters as well. And their names are down below right now, along with the big supporters. So thank you. Thank you. Yes, save. Okay. So here we go. Did it really? I must have been just holding it for too long. Dang it. All right. Well, we're going to have commercials, but I'll just talk between them and hit the silent button. This is the Brown Family Decision, which is season 2, episode 7.
Christmas season is on us, and the family's going to a remote cabin so far up the mountains that there's no cell phone service.
So one of the things about getting away to the cabin now is we just recently had someone forward us an article from an online magazine where the county prosecutor is quoted.
Hold on. It says, the Browns have definitely made it easier for us by admitting to felonies on national television. That was a quote. And that was a quote by Donna Kelly, Deputy County Attorney for Utah County.
It did scare everybody in our community. And
then
so,
it says,
given a time,
you can, quote, you can expect a decision in the next 60 to 90 days, end quote. Also from Donna Kelly, Deputy County Attorney for Utah County. Okay, that's a little more ominous. I don't remember that, I will say. I thought that they were just sort of hypothetically saying things, but that seems pretty specific. They helped us out by proving that they were felons. But again, boy, that would look so bad. If they were after they were on TV, if they would have gotten prosecuted. And of course they didn't. Nobody since then has, and nobody has in a very long time. So, oh goodness. I guess I'm going back and forth a little bit on whether they should have really moved. Okay.
frame 60, 90 days, whatever that means.
My chest starts to my eyes dilate. I'm feeling all kinds of intense. What can you do when you're just this small little peon against Goliath? There's
Get a
huge
rock.
question about what to do. The responsibility falls usually on the leader. And
Have
fortunately,
faith.
I've got 4 other sets of shoulders to share it with, but we've got to decide what to do. It's Christmas season with a lot of extra stress.
But I know that we're getting away from it all, but there's a lot of prep because we have to take everything with us. We need to
Not for
we
Cody.
need to take our
Clothes and
trees,
and
tons
our
of
snow stuff.
trees, our food. We got to shop for
yeah.
our food. We're shopping for the army. We have to take it with us.
I hope the cabin actually helps us check out from all of this.
I want the kids to be.
It'll help him, not
out
the
of the normal
wives. They'll be busy
environment.
working the whole time.
And in the next week or so, we've got some big decisions we've got to make as a family.
Very big.
Give me a
Robin.
This is a job.
Do you hear
that I've
Mariah,
always done.
then Mariah,
Occasionally,
coughing?
the boys will
She's
help
the
me
first
with
one
it
that
if
had the
they're
cough, I
around,
think.
But
I'm convinced.
I like having the lights on the house, so I do it. Guys are supposed to do it, but they don't. But
That's so sexist. Girls can do anything a boy can do.
There you
I have
go.
to say I like being up here.
Mom,
What?
some of these are out over here, like in between.
Victory! We got it!
What you don't know is that every year there's a gap somewhere. And she's like, oh, that one too. And she'll rehang it.
Once they were up there, a blank spot appeared.
Two blank
Got
spots.
Really pretty icy.
The weather got really bad. I can't do it when the weather's bad. That scares
No.
me to get on a slippery roof.
Yeah. Thanks for not doing that. That's actually a good thing.
Okay.
Let's see Logan.
Who you get?
I have Aurora.
Ethan! Savannah! Madison! I get Brianna
Rose.
Kids draw names for each other because this way each child can get
You tell Madison's
another
not
child in
excited.
the
She goes,
family a good
Brianna
gift, and you're getting more
Rose.
quality gift.
You know the good thing about having 4 moms, 4 cousins. Garrison, you are a smart kid. Yeah, I know.
With this big a family, Christmas morning,
The
you can be
initial
opening
gift
presents for a
exchange.
very, 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 very
He
long
runs
time.
out of his patience.
We have had Christmases where
We stopped and had lunch.
we stopped and had lunch.
I had to do that once. My kids.
The Christmas tree lot we went to was actually called the Christmas tree lot. And Matt, who owns the place, he was so helpful and he was so friendly.
What's more important, a tree that lasts long or a tree that smells really good? You want me to show you a couple of the smells?
Yes.
This is everyone's favorite smell. This is called a grand fir. If you could put this tree in the other side of the house, down in the closet, you open up the door, and you're going to smell this tree.
Cody would like that tree. He likes to smell the tree. Right, guys, let's find a tree.
Oh, hey, make sure you take the kids over to see Rudolph.
Okay. He was showing us this reindeer that they brought from Alaska.
Reindeers fly.
Well, it's not Rudolph. There's no red nose.
Their antlers.
And Christmas Eve.
Oh my gosh, let's go crazy and wild. We wanted to get a green tree. I tried for the pink flocked. She wasn't really having it. They were cool, you have to admit. But you want to know what I'm really excited about? You guys have mistletoe.
You ran on mistletoe. But you know what? We'll do? We'll pull the rack back and we're gonna find you, even if it's a teeny tiny piece of it, we're gonna find you some mistletoe, okay?
He was cute.
Oh, I didn't like flirting with him.
Everybody thinks he's cute, but Robin, she's like,
mistletoe. Nice. He was fun to flirt with. He was an innocent, fun person to flirt with.
You know, we have some
cuter than Cody.
See the kissing ball?
For sure.
Well, you know what? It's
Hands
innocent,
down.
and that's why it's okay.
Well, you have the mistletoe and the kissing ball.
And the kissing ball. I get extra kisses. He was flirting right back with us. I know.
He was. He's a good salesman.
That's the one. You know what sold it to us? Tree spin. Really? Yeah. Do it again, please. Yeah, that definitely wasn't really that's it. Totally. That's the one. Thank you. Women that come there.
Christine and Mary hug him.
I'm just saying.
They got a nice tree.
The moms and my grandpa were put in.
All right. Gonna look at the chat here for a minute while that commercial runs. Cody doesn't seem to have many friends. No. He said that Nathan is his best friend. And then, I just looked at my hair for the first time. It's kind of doing what it wants to do. We just did an air dry today. I wasn't thinking about the live stream when I took a shower. It's all right. It's all right. It'll do. Sometimes it's even worse with an air dry, so we're okay. So we have his friend that he went on the mission trip with. Maybe a tryst. I don't know. And then we have Nathan. Other than that, every other friend they've shown on the show has been somebody related to one of the sister wives. In fact, for the wrestling mats, it was Janelle's trainer. And then later on, I think it was still Janelle's trainer, wasn't it? But it was one of the gym owners. But I still think it was the new trainer for Janelle that he called one of his friends. And then he's had his brothers. That's it. We've seen no other friend from Cody that I remember. All right. Michelle, I really don't trust Megan. She gives me weird vibes. She gives me weird vibes too. She's very Robin Brown. She's very conniving, deceptive. She's like 3 steps ahead, but does a good job of not letting it on. Brandy K. He chose filming over his family. 100%. Yes. Yes. When the last man at the party was talking, his wife seemed really uncomfortable. Was that Christine's boss? Who was the last man? I can't remember who the last man at the party was that was talking. There may have been somebody else. They kept going back to Christine's boss, but there still may have been another person that was last. Robin has roots in a state she can't spell. Wyoming's where the ranch is. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. This is how many versions of the truth Cody now has. I have 5 versions of the truth, and then I just pick one. No crazier words were ever spoken. And that's a lot to say. Lindsay, being autistic could influence his school performance at different levels. That's true. I would venture to guess also Robin wasn't giving him a whole lot of academic support up to this point. So he may have just soared after they actually had siblings around that could spend time with him and help him. Or just help him soar. Connie wants to know, do you think he wanted to go to Flagstaff to get away from mom and she wouldn't let him? Whose mom? From Robin's mom? Well, she was still in Utah at the time. And his mom was in Wyoming at the time. Oh, so just in general, we need to move somewhere because we probably can't afford these houses anymore. So we have to get out from under them before we get foreclosed. So we can get something out of them. And they didn't know where to move, so they didn't want to go anywhere that was related to. They didn't want to stay in Vegas because of Robin's mom. They didn't want to go. He didn't want to go to Wyoming because his mom was there. That could be. Could be. Welcome, Cindy. Yes, Lord Mountbatten was killed in a boat explosion. I knew something fishy was up there. Yes, IRA claimed responsibility for the bomb. There you go. Drama in that family. The drama. Kathy likes it when Christine said, I can't be married to Cody anymore. It was a good line. Yeah. We're like, yay! Oh, good times. Black Swan Gothica said that Robin was calling Dayton autistic before she had any formal diagnosis for him. Always wondered how that made him feel. It's a good point. I also want to know how he felt when his mom talked about the biggest mistake she made in her life. And the result of that was Dayton, who was sitting in the room listening to all of it. It's crazy. Scarlett gets triggered watching these old episodes. I know. Can you imagine what I did all week long? I'm looking at clips of these old shows. It's crazy. Oh, gosh. Every time I try to change it and only pay for one, they delete me completely. YouTube. Who else? There was somebody else who had that same situation. I'm trying to think who it was right now. One of our sister friends. If Robin's kids quarantined in their rooms, who brought them food? DoorDash. There was no cooking going on in that house. No way. Which is another reason that Janelle didn't need to be there. Especially during COVID. The delivery services were abundant. They wanted you to buy stuff and bring it to the door. You know, every single meal was delivered to their front door. And then Aurora had hers delivered to the back door downstairs because she had a whole separate apartment down there with its own entrance. So that's how they got their food. Because, you know, money is, what's money? They think that they're going to have money just pouring into the day they die. It's not going to happen. They're going to end up on like, they're not even going to end up on like a Dancing with the Stars. They're going to end up on like, what is that show when your marriage is having trouble and they have celebrity couples come on and do different activities and scavenger hunts and obstacle courses and that to build their relationship. I don't know. I haven't seen it in years, but I'm sure it's still on. That's what they'll be on. It's not like the B-list, A or B or even C-list show. It's like something that nobody really watches, but they still do it because they get enough revenue. Okay, we are going to continue on. We are Twyla. My dog's cuter than Cody. Every dog is cuter than Cody. All right. Oh, Kristen, are you talking about the guy at the Christmas tree lot? That is funny. He's cuter than Cody, and he has a job. I mean, he's a keeper. They should have taken him and left Cody in the background. Goodbye, Cody. We're moving on up. I'm trying to think who he looks like. To me, he looked like that. I think the actor's last name is Pascal. He's some sort of Latin descent, maybe Mexican, maybe Spanish. I know he had a significant role in Game of Thrones. What else has he been in? I've seen. Oh, he was the Mandalorian. If anyone watched that, Mandalorian. Anyway, good looking guy. I think this guy looked a lot like him. Okay, here we go. We are back. Sister Wives, Season 2, Episode 7, The Brown Family Decision, and we are at 6:56. Come on.
Going to a cabin and celebrating it there is for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of stresses that we've had right now with going public. Cody's frantic and stressed out and kind of all over the place. There's a lot more added stress. There's things like the investigation. We're meshing the families together. We're trying to figure out the traditions and how everything works together.
Mary and Janelle and Christine have these traditions in the family, and it was like I really wanted to bring something to the table as far as Christmas was concerned, and something that would mean something to the children as well. I took this, and it has all the little symbols from Christmas, and I made little miniatures of all the little symbols of Christmas. Like there was a candy cane, and it symbolized Christ kind of pulling us in as a shepherd. For me, it kind of went back to kind of more the roots of what Christmas is all about. I love ornaments, and so I was trying to figure out a way to give an ornament to the kids every year. So I thought, if I made it, then I could afford it. And then it's a little bit more personal too. Because someday when they're an adult or something, they'll pull out this ornament and have a memory of, that I love them and that Christmas was special.
She barely knows them. I don't know, it bothers me as she says she loves them.
But really for me, it's just about hanging out with the family.
I've brought into the family the tradition of St. Lucia's Day, where the oldest girls of the family make breakfast. So Madison, Aspen, Mariah,
And Aurora is so excited to be a part of this.
This is it.
Oldest daughter club. It's
Yeah,
so cute.
she's so excited about it.
She's not old enough to be one of them.
Well, every
So
year
dumb.
for Christmas, I make the kids all pajamas and gift them on Christmas Eve. And so I've got most of them done, but I need to finish up the rest of them. So I'm going to sew some pajamas. When the kids were really little, I think Mariah was probably 2, I decided I wanted to make them pajamas that year for Christmas. And the tradition has just stuck. I was sitting at my sewing machine, which happens to look outside right in front of the window. And a police officer pulled into my driveway. And I immediately got on the phone to Cody. I started shaking. I'm like, what in the heck is going on already? This is happening. And it really scared me. And then he slowly backed out and kind of slowly went down the road. And I went out to get the mail and kind of see where he was. And he's down helping somebody get their car had slid into a ditch. And he was turning around to help that person. But here I am, wondering every time I see a police officer, what's happening now,
I'm seeing this fear build up, and I'm going, what do I do with this? How do I protect my family from it? How do I not have this fear lead to some real problems? And it's a huge burden on the family. It's a huge burden on me. I've just got to get something figured out. I need answers that relieve the pressure. I don't know what to do.
One of the reasons why we're afraid is just because looking at history. My dad was raised in a family where the police came in the middle of the night and they took my grandpa, they took my grandmas, and the moms and my grandpa were put in jail for polygamy. And all the wives had to separate. No one wife knew where another wife lived. They lost their best friends. They lost their contacts. They lost everything.
That is horrible.
There's no way any of us want that life for our kids or for each other.
Our only frame of reference is actually historical.
2 generations
and that
ago.
is that when they prosecute a family for polygamy, they break up the family.
2 generations ago.
Despite,
it hadn't happened recently. That's my only problem with the storyline, is that there's no recent justification for this. Now, that little clip that they showed where they said that this was a quote that came out from the, did it say district attorney? I don't even think so. I think it just said county attorney or something. At any rate, that, when she's like, it's nice of them to give us proof on TV of them committing a felony. That would make me a little nervous, especially when they say, we're going to be looking it over and making a decision on what we're going to do in the next 30 to 90 days. So they did have 3 months. It was this, Cody really did a knee-jerk reaction, especially since they couldn't find a place to move to. That'll come up. We'll see that. He's just like, let's go. He's got ants in his pants, that Cody Brown. Yes, he does. We're back. Oh, let me give you the timestamp. I apologize. We are at 11:13. They are packing up to go to the cabin. Lots of food.
We're supposed to be leaving now. We're headed up to the mountains to a cabin to have our family Christmas.
And reconnect as a family unit.
Without any outside influences.
Yeah.
Just want to go up to this cabin, get away.
We need to get going on the day. We have a lot to do. To go on our trip, we actually need to pack the entire planet.
Food
And
for
extra
everybody
clothes.
for these days. Clothes
Christmas
for everybody. I had 7 bags of presents. Christmas tree and decorations.
7 bags
Winter
of presents.
And we still have to load up the vehicles.
And then somehow we're gonna squeeze the kids in between the luggage and stuff.
Yeah, we had a plan, but we're always hours behind that plan, I think.
I'm here. That's all that matters.
Teenagers all want to go. They're all excited about it.
That's true.
I think we should stay home for Christmas. Just
Except
4
for
days,
McKelty.
Going nowhere. No.
Oh, and Maddie.
Go back out and just after a while, you just want to rip your hair out.
They don't want to
Going
go.
up to the cabin will be fun, but cold.
Hunter's
the last
for
minute
it.
started getting panicky. I mean, we really, actually, with the stress got high. We got, maybe not nuts, but it was getting
There was some high stress
scary.
going on.
Yeah,
between
real
us.
high stress.
Mhm.
You looked into Robin's van, like how much room is there and where is Janelle?
I don't know where Janelle is.
But I can try and read both of their minds if you'd like. Wait a minute.
Yeah, funny. Don't read their minds.
Yeah, I'm not getting any kind of clear signal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you've been helpful. We're not reading their minds. I wish you would just learn to read minds. Because I don't like you right now.
Oh my gosh, I'm not taking that personal.
Cody's so mean.
Where is it? Oh, God.
I don't like
Cody
you
is
now
under
because
a
she didn't know
very
where Janelle
high
was.
level of stress right now with the situation that's going on. Probably something that he never thought that he would have to deal with.
He doesn't have the luxury of falling apart. He's like the captain of the ship, you know, and a captain of a ship never gets to say, there's a storm coming, we're all gonna die, you know? They always have to be strong.
Gotta get more shoes.
He's never strong, so he's not the captain. He's running around like a chicken with his head cut
We
off.
were
That's
running
no
late,
captain.
And there had been 2 or 3 days of big snow, so we knew that we needed to get up there before dark because we knew that everything would be snowy and icy. And only one of our vehicles actually can make it into the cabin.
It all needs to be in the daylight so we can all stay safe.
We're really bringing all that stuff.
We're going to take a real tree up to the cabin.
You know, pull it tight and then you're gonna hold your end.
I have a fake tree. But
Cody's
I
finally
think
done
it is
packing
slap
for
in the face to
himself.
The whole cabin thing to take a fake tree.
He's helping put the Christmas tree on top
No, I
of
don't
the.
like this at all.
Wait,
I
they're just
think
getting ready to go. Why are
none
they
of
just
neither
now
one of
putting the
us
Christmas
take
tree on
whole
top?
entire situation on our shoulders.
Or do we want to?
He has 16 lives of children on his shoulders, and he has 4 wives on his shoulders. And he's going, I gotta make sure they're good. I gotta make sure they're okay.
No, he doesn't say that.
I think that's why it's so hard for him.
Most men
Because
would.
he
Not him.
always will take control of the situation and just do whatever he can to
It's
fix
a
it.
hot mess.
And this is not a situation that he can just go control. And that's really hard for him.
It's kind of sad that we plan to leave at about 10:30 and we won't leave till 1 o'clock.
Hunter. Yeah, Hunter, would you organize this for us next time?
Next time?
So we finally leave at 2 o'clock. We've got 3 hours till it's dark. And there was a storm coming.
So I'm worried about our kids and how are we going to get them to the cabin before it's dark? Because it's not very safe because we knew that everything would be snowy and icy. And you can only take your 2-wheel drive cars into a certain point and they have a parking area. And beyond that point, you have to have a high clearance 4-wheel drive or a snowmobile.
I mean, it's like narrow as can be. Well, what you're going to do is pull down in, you'll see it, and then just down to your left. There's a parking lot right there. Okay, so I'm going to angle left as it turns. Yep, just drop down and just look left. All right. Okay, heads in. This is going to be a rough and tumble. All right, I'm closing my eyes. Rock and roll.
And so the roads are really icy. There really isn't even a road. It's basically,
It's like a ski slope.
it's a snowed in pass.
You can barely see the house. The drifts are so
So
high.
we end up taking them back to a base, and I'm going to go back and help them load up all the stuff into this to bring the family, the rest of the family, and all the stuff that's in those cars. Now,
So we had to just use the one SUV to transport everything in multiple trips.
He's driving the car back fast and it's like fishtailing.
We're
Like,
running out of time.
maybe you should put the Christmas tree on the car the day before. That would have saved you 30 minutes.
This is just making me nuts. Come on. We still had stuff to go get,
Oh my
but at least we
gosh.
had the kids where we knew they were safe.
The
and they were
cabin
warm.
is just
The cabin was
packed with
beautiful.
stuff.
It was really, really pretty.
It wasn't big enough.
You know, if it was for a normal sized family, it would have been plenty big.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a lot of space in this. We just have a lot more people than
A lot of
space.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not even done. Come on, back up. I just was barely up there.
there's a bunch of loose stuff, so bag the loose stuff.
Don't you drop those eggs, Kirsten.
When it gets dark in the mountains, it's
Leon
really
almost fell
dark.
down.
There's not a street light. You have your headlights.
Cody
and
almost
what you
fell
can
down.
see and the roads were icy and they were snowy and it was really
Mary almost fell down. Oh, this is hard to watch.
I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to deal with it. So I've just got to do whatever I can do to protect my family best. I have to make decisions that are very tough and that a lot of people don't want to hear. I just got to do the best that I can do with what I have to do.
I mean, that's different than later on when he decides to never make a decision. I don't know what to do, so I'm just not doing anything.
The guy who has been holding them for us, the rental rep, he's been there all day.
All day.
Waiting for us. It's dark now. So we need
Nice.
adults who are driving these snowmobiles to go right now and go get the snowmobiles. He's freezing to death. Let's go rescue him.
Poor guy.
Let's get the tree. Ready, please.
Like, talk about thinking about yourself. There's a man that is willing to rent them snowmobiles, but they had to be there. Well, they left 5 hours late. So he was waiting at least 5 hours. And then this whole process of transferring everything took way longer than they expected. One, because only one vehicle made it up to the top. Two, it's now dark. They're going to do it before dark. And so from the parking lot, some of the kids were actually just walking. I mean, it's just, I get high anxiety every time they take a trip with the lack of organization. There's no overhead. Here's what's going to happen. There's no Joe Darger. Anti-Joe Darger is what Cody Brown is. The anti-Joe Darger, for sure. Ugh. Cody's family is protected from his stupidity, for certain. Is a sacred cow in the barn? Wolf Walker. Sacred cow has made it safely into the barn. Oh, and we're back.
Pitch black. We had to go get the snowmobiles because we needed them
It
the
is
next
pitch
day.
black.
Yeah, I stayed with the kids. I wanted to make sure they were fed and warm.
No,
and-
we had to leave an adult behind.
So bless his heart, Logan
Logan
went
went.
in my place. Sorry.
And it's -7 out.
We had the managers of the cabin. They dropped us off at the landing area for the snowmobiles. We met Adam Pooley, so he briefs us on the snowmobiles.
Do remember you're riding on snow and ice out there, so give each other a good distance.
If the roads are really bad, the trails are bad, I'm hoping they're okay.
So we just really had to take some precautions to just make sure we were safe and careful with the snowmobiles.
The truth of the matter is if you go right, you live. If you go left, you freeze to death. We finally got our snowmobiles to the cabin.
Everybody was safe, everybody was warm.
Boys, let's get the tree.
The tree's right there.
Bring it in.
Cody was just sitting down, relaxing.
Pretty tree. And we decided to go ahead and get the Christmas tree all decorated that night. It was a lot of fun. We still did have the investigation kind of weighing on our heads. It was just kind of in the back of our minds. The police department did turn over all their findings to the county attorney.
You ask yourself, what can I do rather than risk having my family taken away from me? Or me taken away from my family? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Well, we don't know. And historically, when a family's
By historically, we mean 2 generations ago.
when a family's investigated or prosecuted for polygamy, they break up the family. And so we have decided that we're going to move out of the state. We've only told the 4 oldest kids. And so that makes this Christmas kind of an exceptional time for us.
I think that's perfect.
Oh, I think
She's changing colors. Awesome.
pretty.
luck, everybody.
So the next episode, we're going to do more because that's the end of the episode. Yep. We'll do the next episode next time. All right. Takeaways. Robin showing how much she likes to shop. 7 bags of just presents. You know how many suitcases she had of makeup and hair products and clothing options because she wasn't sure what she was going to feel like that day. I don't know if it's going to be cold. It's like 17 below zero. I'm not sure what the weather's going to do, so I needed to bring options. This, I was going to do a video on this. I actually have it like saved at one point. This whole concept of Robin pushing, or did I do a video on it? It's all a blur now. I don't think I did. Robin pushing Aurora to be in a group of pushing 2 things. Pushing Aurora to be in this big girls group. For maybe I did make it. Tell me if you've seen this in a video. It would have been a little while ago. For Christmas. So the older girls, which are significantly older, would always make breakfast on Christmas morning. And so they said the name of the girls, and then Robin chimed in, and Aurora, and they're like, yeah, and Aurora, she's part of the, she's like, she's so happy to be part of the big girls group. Well, sure, because she's not a big girl. She's like the same age as Gwendolyn ish. Okay, maybe she's a little bit older than that, but only by like 2 years. But she's closer in age to the younger girls by far than she was to the older girls. She was just a kid at the time. But, you know, we needed it. And it's the same thing with the twins and the triplets. Gwendolyn and Gabe, 4 days apart from each other. Over 6 months later, in another calendar year, Aurora's born, and she's got to be part of the triplets. All 3 of them are triplets. Like, just forcing. Like, are you surprised that maybe at times there was a little pushback, Robin, when you were forcing your kids into... I just realized my alarm never went off. Okay. That was my son. We're fine. He just liked a text. It's usually what I get back. Mama just sends all the texts. He hits the like button. Anyway, so she's just forcing her kids into situations that they don't belong. You know, it's like putting a square peg in a round hole. And so with that kind of aggressiveness, of course, you're going to have a lot of pushback kind of all the time. It's like, well, what's next? What's the next thing she's going to say that they were always a part of, or they should be a part of, when really they don't need to be part of it. Nobody else were twins in the family, just Gabe and Gwendolyn. But she had to force Aurora to be a part of it, even though you don't have a triplet 6 months later. Just doesn't make sense. Oh, this woman. Okay. So anyway, this reminded me of that. This whole breakfast. Aurora, too. Like, oh, right. I remember I did the math on it, and she was nowhere near the older girls' ages. All right. Stephanie said that she heard Cody and Robin were not going to be in the next season. I would be shocked. I feel like that would have come out by now from TLC or one of the Sister Wives or something. And if they weren't, I don't think they would have ever bought that house, because next season, it's been filmed already. Season 20 is done. So maybe they've decided season 21 they won't be in, which would be great. But, you know, personally, I still hold the stance that I want Cody to be in it. One, it just makes for good TV. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. But I don't want Robin in it. She gives nothing. I mean, moo. Like, oh, it's like watching paint dry. And the fact that they would have their income, cut in half, just brings me so much joy. See, if we get rid of Cody and Robin, they don't have any of the money, right? So, I mean, ideally, that's kind of best in terms of the fact that they've taken so much. Cody has, well, they both have. They have taken so much from the rest of the family, including taking away from the kids. And we were talking about that on Sunday night. But if they both go, we can't really see how they get by with so little money. Whereas if it gets cut in half, well, the fact that he no longer has, this was the season that Mary said no more. So now it's official. This past year on the show, he lost both Janelle and Mary's income as well. So then to go another year, it would be a year. It would be almost 2 years from that point if it was season 21. But to have him have to take what he has left, no more family fund, just his percentage, and then lose half of it, it would just be amazing. And it would drive Robin crazy. Crazy. She would be a guest of role. She would be trying to force herself and her kids into absolutely every scene, especially if they give a little bit of money to the kids if they're on the show and if they're in the interview things. She'll be pushing for it. I just think that would be great. To me, that's the best case scenario. Moo didn't wake up till 11 or noon. Yes, all living together. You know, to be a fly on the wall, there were no cameras in that Airbnb that they rented when they first moved to Vegas. They spent a month in a house that wasn't a plyg house, was not designed to have that many people in it. Yeah, let's see. McKelty in her last Patreon was just talking about it. She was saying that the moms each had a couple kids in their rooms. Plus then there was like one side of the house was just like boys and the other side of the house was just girls. And so there were lots of kids just in a room. And they did that for a month until they got into the rentals. Excuse me. Oh, to be a fly on the wall. I mean, they said no cameras. I get it. You probably, I mean, talk about climbing on top of each other. Could you imagine? I mean, it would look like this cabin essentially, because they would all have to bring enough clothes to like survive on for the month. That would be rough. That would be rough. But great. And in terms of the kids, I was saying on Sunday night, we were talking about it. The kids got cheated out of money because they had nothing out of this whole thing. I'm listening to Gwendolyn talk about how she can't afford to fix her car. They're going to college, but the kids are trying to scrape money. Like they are doing it like the rest of us Americans do it. You do what you can to get by. You get a college education, or you go to a trade school, or you figure something out, you start a business, whatever it is. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps and you push forward and you make things happen. Now, that's not going to happen with Robin's kids. But in the meantime, as they're all kind of going out in the world, joining the Air Force to help have the Air Force pay for their college, whatever they needed to do. The reserves, Air Force Academy, it was, right? Or was it? It was Naval Academy, one of the academies Hunter went to. So they're all doing what they need to do to get by because they received nothing from the show. But each one of the wives and Cody equally got equal amounts. He always talked about he had his portion too because he had to pay for the cars. Well, you know what we found out on Sunday night? We're listening to McKelty talk about things. She said, yeah, Dad bought my car. He did pay for the majority of it. I did pay for a portion of it, but he did pay for the majority of it. Her car was $3,000 to $5,000. Oh, the man with millions. Talk about putting him out. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So yeah, he bought them all junkers until Isabel, because Christine specifically said that Isabel had a good car. And I think I'm going to make a video on that one too, because I do believe that was a guilt purchase. And now Robin's kids all have these big, beautiful SUVs, everything looks new. Yeah. New member. Welcome. What's that? Aaron Wallace? Aaron Wallace. I don't know that first symbol. Should I know that first symbol? What country are you from? Do tell. And welcome. Yeah, Cody gives them those baloney tires. Yeah. I mean, no wonder they weren't going to make it up the hill. Of course, none of his cars are going to. I mean, most of the cars don't make it down the normally paved road with no inclement weather. So, anyway, so I was saying, I felt like there should have been a fifth member of the family, and that was kids. I felt like when they received a lump sum of money, it shouldn't have been, this goes in the family fund, because we're supporting the kids with it. And really Cody got it and Robin got it, but it goes in the family fund, and then each wife gets their little bit, equal amounts, and Cody gets an equal amount too, like their allowance that they have to pay everything for, their mortgage or utilities, their food, the kids' clothes, like they lived on that. And then the family fund is sitting there with a large amount of money, you know, in case they have to spend extra money on any given thing, like art, statues. Only for Robin's house though. Okay. I feel like they should have divided it 5 ways. The kids didn't have to have an equal portion, of course, but there should have just been a kid portion. And that kid portion, it could have been put in there and designated for the day the youngest kid turned 18. And when the youngest kid turned 18, whatever was in there, which would be a lot more because it would be, if it was invested properly, it could be in a safe 4 to 5% interest-bearing account. They'd have more money than Cody. Honest to goodness, wouldn't it be funny? He would have such a hard time splitting that up and giving it to him. But then it would be divided amongst all of the kids at that point. That's what I think should have happened. Didn't, but that's what should have happened. Because they not only were participating in the show, answering questions, oftentimes you can tell against their will. They weren't thrilled about it. But there would be no Sister Wives without all those kids. It's part of the whole story. So can they get just a little bit, 1/18 of a fifth? Here's the money the family earns. Take a fifth of it and divide it 18 ways. I mean, something. Cody, no, Cody's not going to give up any of his money. Are you kidding? They didn't need a family fund after they started making all that money, quite frankly. He could have just divided it up amongst the wives and then taken a smaller portion himself. But no, there was still a family fund. Why? Because Cody had access to the family fund and he could take as much money as he wanted. Oh, and then Robin, via Cody, had access to the family fund as well. Yes, she did. All right. Oh my goodness, the button that says end stream just blew up. It's telling me to go. I guess it knows it's close to 9 o'clock. I don't have an end time on it. Maybe there's AI in here and it knows right around 9 o'clock we end. All right, what else do I have in notes here? Oh, just the fact that every single trip, the lack of organization. 5 hours later, they left. 5 hours later. Oh my God. And it's the same thing, I want to say, with the last trip, but I don't know if I watched that with you guys. I probably didn't. I probably watched it on my own. Just recently, I was watching how they went up north. Was that with you all? I've seen so many clips. My timeline is so warped. I don't think they went before this on another trip. Where'd they go? Oh, I think it was on Tuesday night. Yeah. It was the McKelty got thrown from the horse episode when they went up to the ranch. I think that was Tuesday night. That was about 5 hours too, they said. They were about 5 hours delayed. 5 hours delayed. Okay. Okay. Cody, the ever drama queen. Oh, right. In the book, she said she forgot to get stuff for the stocking. She did. Do you think that was this trip that she did that? Or was it, I think it was their first Christmas, but on the show, this is their first Christmas. So maybe it was this one. It could be. Could be. She brought 7 bags of presents, but didn't bring anything for the stockings. And they each provided for their own kids' stockings. So she was supposed to bring stuff to put in her kids' stockings. So all the other wives had to like take things away from their kids, give it to her so her kids had stuff. Oh. Okay. LE says, I've been here for a few minutes. I'm hearing Christmas music and frustration. That's about right. That wraps it up. Yeah. Historically, it was 4 generations ago in my family. So they don't know except for Christine. 4 generations ago. In your family? Are you part of the polygamous? Wait. Did you say your family? In my family. LE, are you in the AUB faith? Do you practice polygamy? Or were generations ago people in your family in the AUB faith? Interesting. 4 generations since they were, but this family acted like they needed to move tomorrow. I just remember that's coming up. We'll see how Cody acts a fool and just is like pushing for everyone to just go. And at the last minute, he's on the phone trying to find a place for them to stay. A family that size. I don't think I'd do it with just my husband and I without having set information down before. Okay. Mom Squirrel says jail for Cody would be just like home. He lays around all day doing nothing. They feed him. He has a lot of boyfriends on the side. Oh, gosh. Oh, Kristen, really? I have to listen to that again. It was the firstborn daughter? I thought it was just the big girls. Oh, goodness. Let's see. That puts a different twist on it then, if that's the case. She does belong there then. I have to listen again. Thanks for pointing that out. Jennifer said that Rob had a whole load of gifts for just her kids and a second Christmas after when it was Cody's day with her. I believe that. I believe that to be true. Absolutely. All right, I'm going to do some scrolling here. What are we going to talk about if K&R aren't in it? Yeah, that's right. I mean, we need Cody. I mean, we talk about Robin too, but really, not much. We won't miss much if she's not around. Cody's the biggest doofus of them all, really. She's just frustrating to talk about because she doesn't say anything. She denies things and doesn't say anything, and then she cries. It's kind of like a child. Go in the corner. I'm happy to stick her in the corner and just have Cody on the show. His mouth gets him into all kinds of trouble, so he does make good TV. It's fun to straighten him out. We have no content beyond next season. Yeah, it's going to wane. It's going to wane, sister friends. We're going to have to figure out how to stay together. Watch like the whole Meghan and Harry end up getting a reality show. But only if they had full access, because I feel like she would control the narrative too much. Although Robin controls the narrative, but Cody's mouth goes so much that he can't help himself. The problem with the two of them is he has been trained and she's an actress, so they can both say nothing and pretend like everything is fine. And so I don't know if we're going to get the real, it's like all these side stories that people have and this audio tape here and all this stuff that's coming up because she's done a very good job of wiping the internet of anything in her past and not putting anything on camera. Like, oh, the number of people that have left Megan's service who have just quit because they couldn't take it anymore is astounding. Kathy, I would love for TLC to fire them both on camera. Then it would be worth it. But if we just hear about it through People magazine or something, Okay, Robin was pregnant with Saul before they moved to Vegas, and she told Cody she wanted to have help, so we need to move to Vegas. And it works out because we have to move. That's why they picked Vegas. J. Lou, I don't think so. I did the math. He was born in October, and that would make her pregnancy January. And they moved right after Christmas because they wanted to get the kids in there before. Did they join in the middle of the school? They must have joined in the middle of the school year. But I think it was at the beginning of the semester that they didn't want them to just come at a random time. I know there was a timing situation with it. Yeah, they must have come in the middle of the school year. But I went back and I looked at his birth date and then counted backwards, and it would be in January. So she would have been there already, which is weirder because they were all in that house in January. That means Saul was conceived with all those people in the house there. Boy, those two couldn't keep their hands to themselves, could they? Hi, Alexandria. Good to see you. If anyone didn't have a chance, make sure you see my most recent video because Alexandria's picture is in it. There would be no video if there was no Alexandria. She gave me some scoop. And I shared it with all of you. Okay, let me see what else we have here. The kids who went to college on their own have more than Grody. Yep. Yep. I think Logan's doing really well. It's based on the pictures he posts on social media, which I don't follow, but I somehow came across them somehow. But yeah, he's like out wining and dining with Michelle all over Vegas in these what look like very nice restaurants. All right. Sharon Bryan. They didn't have to move. It was all BS for the show and to cover for Crybrow not wanting to leave her children with Christine. Yeah, that's a big it makes me so angry when I see that time where he's like, and Christine, she wouldn't watch Robin's kids. I'm like, whoa. We have documented video proof that she was literally upset and almost in tears over the fact she couldn't watch Robin's kids. No, Robin wouldn't let her. Yeah, she feared they'd love her. Yeah, because she saw how much all the other kids loved her. But Janelle, who is so mature in herself, knew that even when she would work as many as 60 hours a week, when she got home, she had a very strong, connected relationship with her kids. And they all loved her. And then she was there on the weekends with them. She had no concerns whatsoever. In fact, she was thrilled that her kids were bonding so much to Christine. Thrilled. No, Robin, not Robin. Mm-mm. And it's not even like she would be gone that much where ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous. And she had to have a live-in nanny from the time they get to Vegas. A live-in nanny she had the whole time. Nobody had a live-in nanny. They just pitched in and helped watch each other's kids when they could. Each parent just watched their own kids. She couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Had 3 older kids, mind you, who could also hold kids. I will admit, when I had 3 kids, the second one was actually the craziest because they were 18 months apart. So you had like you had sleep schedules in the middle of the day, but they were at different times and different lengths. You had diapers on both of them, but different sizes, different amounts of changing. You had like, that was sort of like, kind of like two babies, but not really. And the 18-month-old is not doing anything. Maybe hand you a diaper if they happen to be around at the time you need it and you can't reach it. Like, that's all they can do because they're just 18 months old. But then in a different way, the third one kind of puts you over the edge. Now, even though my oldest was only 5 at the time, she was a huge help to me. Robin had these older kids, like double digits in age when she had her little ones. Still needed a full living nanny. I mean, you can't write it. I like how Moo became no. That's the best typo I've ever seen. No, just use a family fund for anything. Jennifer, random thought. Robs and Cody probably needed 2 full semis to move the McMansion. No U-Hauls could hold all their stuff. Oh, certainly. And they 100% paid for a moving service to do it too. Right. Cody yells, breathe. Yeah, when she was giving birth, that was funny. Breathe! Don't be so mad at me. You put me in this condition, mister. Oh. I bet they don't have money. Oh, Social Security. That's probably SS. I was thinking those were dollar signs. I bet they don't have Social Security. I haven't thought about that. But if they haven't put anything in, then no. Yeah. Oh, they didn't put anything in. Are you kidding? I'm not even certain that those kids even have medical insurance at this point. They didn't put anything in. No. No, when it's over, it's over. They're not going to have Social Security. And how much stuff was invested? I don't think that much. I mean, they're planning on living whatever Alice leaves them. And I don't know what Cody's mom has, but the farm goes to his brother, stepbrother, or brother-in-law, sister and brother-in-law. So, Kendall in the splash zone. You guys are crazy. Okay. Good night, Miss Kathy. Love you, my Kathy. L.E. says, yep, my dad's family was original Mormon pioneers. That's crazy. L.E. All right. You're a go-to resource. All things polygamy. All things. Every single time I want you, L.E., to point out when they say something that is contradictory to how it really is. Let us know. Because most of what I say is just kind of trying to look at what's obvious. But I don't have a whole lot of historical knowledge to back me up. Not knowing anybody or living. Okay. Your dad is 92. Bless his heart. He's still with us. He probably has a lot of stories. Are you getting every story out of him? Write it all down. Write it all down. I'm doing that with my dad. My dad's 89. Mormon pioneers. I love it. So they came across from the east, huh? Right? I know here in Ohio, we have some sort of Joseph Smith or some sort of house. I believe it's sort of on the northeast side. So there's something in Ohio as part of the original faith. Purple. I know. I would only do it for double the amount of money and a required 2 cleaning service. One cleaning service comes in and does it afterwards, and then the next one comes the next day and cleans it again. Ellie has jailbird photos. That is crazy. Was your family all divided up too? Or not? Well, you would not, your immediate family. But did you hear stories about that? How people would get caught? I guess in your family, was anybody caught and separated? And not. It's really sad to think of the situation that Christine was sharing, that the wives were all separated. Nobody knew where anybody else was. That's kind of like worst case scenario, because that's like a death, right? I mean, if you can't talk to anybody, I always think about witness protection programs like that too. Like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to be in a witness protection program? Why am I thinking this? Because I watch too much Dateline, 48 hours. But the reality of it is being cut off from everything in your past, and then not being able to connect with your sister wives or any of the kids that you saw as your own children. Oh, that'd be devastating, just devastating. So I understand the concept of what Cody's saying in terms of, oh, we don't want that, so we're moving. But like 99.8, let's use, since that was your temperature as well, Cody, 99.8% chance it's not going to happen. Especially since you're on TV. It's just going to look bad for the whole department. All right. Am I catching up? Thank you, Alexandria. She's a Taurus and an Earth mama. That's our Janelle. All right. Ellie says it's such a creepy church beginning in polygamy. I can only imagine, because it has to be just some pervy guy that decided, how can I get women to buy into this where I don't have to pay for prostitution? Oh, is that what we're talking about Thursday? James is on Thursdays. I love James. I have to email him at some point. Okay, I made it to the end. Although I didn't know I skipped a whole bunch. All right. Whew. Well, we're going to get frustrated with the move in the next couple of episodes. I'll just warn you now. We're not going to be happy about it. I know it. Let's see. So the next 2 will be... Oh, okay. Well, we have another episode in the cabin. So we get to actually see Christmas in the cabin and watch everybody get then Mariah's hacking cough illness. She may not have been the first one, but she's the first one we saw on the show coughing like her lungs were coming up. And she was up on that roof. It did not sound good. And then after that, Mary and Robin drive down to Vegas in search of new homes, but find no polygamous ones. Shocker. All right. So the next 2 episodes are both leading up to the move. So it'll be telling the kids and then the craziness of trying to find a place. I wonder why Christine didn't. Oh, well, Christine was probably watching all the kids. There's no way Cody's watching all the kids. Christine probably stayed back to watch the kids. And she's probably like, why are we moving again? Why are we going to Vegas? Poor Christine. All right, everybody. Love you all. I might we'll see how things are going. I'll double check my calendar, but I might actually start tomorrow on that book on the other channel, just to start getting it going. Like I said, I didn't open it, so I don't even know how many chapters it is, but I might do a live read and discussion, and that would be 7:00 Wednesday night if I do that, because I got other things going on the other nights of the week. So, okay, keep an eye out. There'll be a thumbnail if I do it. And if not, it'll start next Wednesday. So hopefully you can jump over there too, and we'll talk a little Harry and Meghan and learn the background, good stuff. Some people said that they actually read the book and that it was good. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, I'm going to sign off. I hope I spelled that right because it was behind my laptop screen. Oh, I did. Yay. Jelu, mahalo. Adios. God bless. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, sister friends.
I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6. And it rattled me.
I had a lover in college, and it was a little tryst. I was a naughty boy. I had a dirty thought. I thought David and I should go on a guys trip together.
I might have to agree. That would be cool.
I just thought, no.
David out on a guy's weekend?
Yeah, that's just it would be cool.
Oh, he was kind of up for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Things that make you go,